How's it going, everyone? In this week's video is going to be a little bit differently. Going to be done a little bit differently. It's sort of going to be like a mini series, I suppose. It's going to be my sister's just started to run Facebook ads, and I'm going to document each week processes we go through as we set up campaigns and split test and see what sort of results we get out of it. At the moment, she's not really doing any sort of marketing at all, only just like a few posts on Facebook and organic reach and all that sort of stuff. So running at the moment, she's averaging probably 2 calls a week, about 8 calls a month. And what she does is she's a baby sleep expert. If your baby's having trouble sleeping, she knows how to fix it. So that's what she does. Most of it's over the phone, and that's the consultation calls. So she gets about 2 of those calls a week to 2 to 8 a month. So we're going to try and at least double or maybe triple those calls. So we'll see how we go. We'll start. At the moment, we're just going to do more of just seasoning the ad account, because this is a brand new business manager and brand new ad account. So you should, when you first start running ads, just spend $50 on the ad account just to season it, just get a bit of reputation up with Facebook before you start smashing in links and landing pages and asking for people's email addresses and stuff like that. So what we do is just run normal ads without links. That's just the best way to do it. So what I'll do today is set up 2 ads, $6 per ad, so it'd be $12 a day, and we'll just run those for a couple of days just to get a bit of money spent on the ad account before we start smashing out links and stuff like that. So let's have a look at how we do it, We'll start off with just a engagement ad. Engagement, and then you just obviously name it. Her company is called Baby Sleep Magic. Baby Sleep. And she lives in the Gold Coast area, so we'll be just targeting Gold Coast to start off with, and we'll extend outwards from there. But we'll see what sort of population we're dealing with the audiences that we want. That's 2 million, but we will narrow it down to obviously probably women that speak English. Age group, I think it was 21 to about 35s that we wanted to target. And then we go down to the detailed targeting, and we can type in here and have a browse through. I think we're going to try and target parents or parents, toddlers 0 to 1 years, unless there's one below that. Oh, that one's probably even better. We'll try that one. 11,000, so that's not too bad to start off with. I'd like it to be a little bit higher, but it's only a small area, so if we wanted to extend, we could tweet ads. It's going 50k, so it's not a bad area. It's even got a little bit of Brisbane in there. Yeah, we'll leave it at that. We'll see how it goes. Always try and just do one interest at a time, just so you know which one works and which one doesn't. It's just part of the split testing method. Get rid of. Oh, actually, yeah, we'll get rid of Instagram on these ones. Start off at $6. Start up tomorrow morning, being Monday morning. Mums are up early-ish, 5 o'clock. Just run it for a couple months. So what are we targeting? New parent 0 12 months. Yeah, that looks pretty good. So we'll create the ad. So we've already got all the stuff we want to use. So image, it's just going to be an image ad, very basic picture of a baby sleeping. I'll have to upload it. I just grabbed this picture from Unsplash. Unsplash is a royalty-free website where you can just go in there and grab other people's pictures. So it's just type in baby sleeping and there's heaps of stuff there. So that's where I got that from. Longer the better on images, because the more space it takes up, the more space on someone's news feed it takes up, and it's just, you got more chance of grabbing their attention. So yeah, longer photos are always better. This is some copy that we prepared earlier. Yeah, so on this one there'll be no links, no button. It'd be just pretty much, we will be asking that, we've got a call of action here. We will be still hinting towards the consultation calls. So we'll be giving out free 15-minute phone consultations, and to do that you just comment below book call, and then your ad contains profanity, harassment, or refers to audience personal characters such as gender, race. You can read. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Let's come up with a warning. It's flagged as for something. Your ad contains profanity, harassment, or references to your audience's personal characters. Probably maybe get rid of depressed. I don't really want that. Let's see what that says. There we go. It only takes one word, and Facebook could flag you for. They're not gonna shut your account down. They might even still let you approve that ad. It's just giving you a bit of a warning, saying it might not get approved. So, now it's come back up again. So, such as race, age, or name. Feeling overwhelmed, wondering where to start. Have you time? Is your baby not sleeping? Gender. Do's and don'ts you can read out. I can't. Is your baby not sleeping? It's a tough one. There's nothing about gender, age, race, or name. We're referencing someone's baby, but I can't see. I don't even know. If that's, yeah, I don't know how to use commas, so I'm just going to take Facebook's word for that. Is your baby not sleeping? Are you frustrated, exhausted, feeling overwhelmed, wondering where to start? Feel free. You have tried everything and out of ideas. Maybe whack a little emoji. Emoji. We'll just give him a little sad face. He's calling out people. I don't think. I think it will be right. Yeah, it's a tough on that one. It contains profanity. Okay. Personal characteristics. I was probably just going to run the gauntlet. They can only just disapprove it anyway. It's not going to be too much of a problem. You exhausted with my help. I can't see it breaking any of their rules. So we're calling out mums here, pretty much. Is your baby not sleeping? So that's what they might be referring to. I should have copied it. I'll just see if that gets rid of it. Nah, I don't know what they're on about then. We'll just run the gut. I can't see a problem with anything else. Always make sure the pixel's on. Everything else is good to go. We'll just hit confirm. Being the first ad ever, it might take a couple hours because the first couple ads that you run will get manually checked by Facebook. Someone will personally look over your ad. Once you spend about $50 to $100, it goes into a pre-approval mode where as long as you don't have errors like that one that just came up before, your ads will just get automatically approved. So I don't know why that was coming up before, so we'll see what happens. To me, it didn't seem like there was anything wrong with it, so we'll wait a couple of hours and come back and see if it gets approved or not. Right, so that first ad got disapproved for having some sort of racial or gender or something along those lines. I've just remade the same ad and I went through and deleted parts of it, sentence by sentence, pretty much, and waited till that little error down the bottom. So I've got it to the point where there's no error at the bottom now, and I'll show you how simple a few words can make it. So at the moment, we've got the ad very similar to the last one we had, with no error. And all the last one had that was different was are you. You're pretty much calling out somebody that's feeling exhausted, frustrated, overwhelmed, blah blah blah. It's may sound a bit stupid, but just by putting that "are you" in there in capital letters, it gives us that error. So that's why that first one got approved. We could even try it without capitals. Facebook's not a massive fan of when you use capital letters. As simple as that. Oh no, there we go. So just get rid of the "are you," and that should do it. So yeah, simple as that. I don't know why that makes a difference, but it has. So got to play by their rules. So this one should get approved. No worries. We did everything. I did everything else the same. All the targeting and all that's the same. It's just that 2 words that was going to stuff it up for us. So let's hit review, save to draft, and then we'll confirm it. Publish. So same thing. We'll come back in about an hour or so, and we'll see how this one goes. While I wait for this to confirm, what I'll do is I'll just duplicate it and create this second version of it while I'm waiting. So on the ad set level, never the campaign, never the ads. On the ad set level, just click it, then duplicate. And what we'll do here, this is just a split test. So what I'll do is target a different audience. The best way to do this would be just to go suggestions, and we'll just go parents 1 to 2. Get rid of that one. So 1 to 2 years. And that would be pretty much all we'll do. That's everything else stays the same. Now we'll just go to the ad. What I would do here, because if I run this ad, so say that first ad I was running, it got 20 likes and 10 shares and 100 comments or whatever. This ad wouldn't show those likes or comments or shares. These are 2 totally different posts. So because I'm using the same ad, I'm just split testing. I sort of want the social proof, as in like the likes and all that, to be across all ads. So one way of doing that is to go into the original ad, the first one I did, which would be that one. Go up here to say Facebook post with comments. It brings up what the post would look like in Facebook. It would obviously be a bit smaller than that. But what we do is we copy these last numbers here. It's the post ID. Copy those. Go back to your ad. This is the new ad I'm making, which is this one. And whatever likes, shares and comments that post that I just copied, this one here gets, that will be duplicated on all the ads now. So we'll just go use existing posts, and wait for that to do this. Oh, come on. Enter post ID. And you just paste that post ID in there, and that means all the likes and all the shares will show up on all the different ad sets. So if you don't do that, each ad will have its own set of likes and comments and shares, and it's more the merrier. You want, if you can get 100 likes and 200 comments on one picture, then you want to show that next social proof on your next ad as well. You don't want to start from scratch. It just gives it a little more of a boost, I suppose you'd call it. Just helps it a little bit. Some people won't like anything, and most other people are liking it. You know what people are like. So yeah, it just helps it with a bit of credibility, I suppose. They call it social proof, but yeah, same thing. So make sure the pixel's on. Everything else is right. We just renamed it the same as what we called on the other one. and just publish it. So still waiting for the other one to be approved because it's the first ad, and the first one we did. Well, it's actually the second time I've done it because the first one got disapproved. They're probably having a good look at it, so it could take 6 hours usually. Usually the first post does take a good couple of hours anyway, so it's all pretty standard. So once it gets approved, I will come back and actually, while we're here, I'll show you some of the statistics that we'll be looking for. So to get all your statistics up here in the columns up here, just hit the little plus sign at the end. Customize columns, and we'll call it, we'll name it later. We want CTR all. CTR all is, it gives us a good indication of how many people are paying attention to your ad. CTR all means link click-through rate all, which means any sort of click on your ad at all, whether they click the picture to make it bigger, they like it, they share it, they comment on it, they've clicked your name to go into your page, they've clicked the little read more button at the bottom, any sort of click on your ad at all. That's what that is, and that gives us a good indication of how well it's performing in the audience that you're targeting. Link click-through rate, we won't be using that on this one because it's not, we don't have a link in there, but it will come in handy on other ones, so we'll save it for future ones. You've got the relevancy score there, don't really need that. Cost per result is good. For a picture ad, you probably want it below 20 to 30 cents per result. For a video, it's about it's down to about 2 to 5 cents. Those videos get more engagement first up because people usually stop for about 3 seconds or so to watch the first little bit of a video before they two-art it. Another one is, well, for CTR all, for an image, 10% is good. 10 to 20%. 20% is massive. 10% is good for a picture. For a video, 5% is good. Link click-through rate, about 1% is awesome. 0.81% is good. It all depends on your product and that as well. So there's got a lot of variables in there, but that's rough guidelines. If you're down for a link click-through rate at about 0.2, then or 0.3, or I would turn it off if it was 0.4. 0.3, 0.4, it's just not very good. So you want to aim at least over 0.5. So another one is to check your impressions, which would be how much you're paying per 1,000 impressions, which is 1,000 times your ads get shown. There's not much you can really do about that. It's just interesting to know. Sometimes you'll get 1,000 impressions for $5, which again, that's a good indication that your ad is performing well with the audience you're targeting. If you're getting 1,000 impressions and Facebook's charging you $25 and not many people in that interest, or the people that you're targeting are responding very well, so that's why Facebook doesn't like showing it to more people, and just a good indication to maybe look at your interest targeting and the people, maybe your age groups or something like that. To start off with, we're not, because we've got no link clicks, we won't worry about anything else, no leads or anything at this stage. Once we start getting a landing page up and running and we're running links to it, then we can start, we'll add leads. We'll add leads and all that to this column too, but we'll do that another day. I'll show you that once we go along and do that. So we'll just save it down here and name it Baby Sleep Magic. And then they just all come up here. So that's going to be our main one for this one because there's no link click. and the relevancy scores pretty important too, and the cost per impression, cost per result, which is a post-page engagement. That's pretty much it for that. So while we wait for these to be reviewed and approved, I will get back to you once I do. Righto, so we're back here a day later. Those last ads got disapproved again for same sort of reason as last time. So I went in and just redid the copy, the story on it, to change it to more of a first person sort of story, instead of trying to single out people with problems. And late last night they got approved, and they've been running. Today so far they've only spent $2 each per ad. They're on a $6 a day budget. The stats aren't looking too bad. They're a bit low for our CTR all. It could be higher. Around 8 to 10% would be better. Cost per thousand is not bad, $12 to $14. Cost per result, cost per engagement is a bit high too. They want to be about half that. So they have only spent $2. Once it gets to about $6 or $8 or $10, if these stats don't go up, the CTO doesn't go up, and this doesn't come down, then we'll look at changing some of the interest around, and just doing a bit of split testing and stuff like that. So to start off with, this is fine. It's only the first 2 ads we've run, and they're only spent $2 so far, so you wouldn't be jumping the gun yet. So, but saying that, from only the $2 spent per ad, we've had one person request a consultation call. So I don't know how that consultation call's gone yet. I'll keep you updated on that. So this is the first day it's been running. I'll keep you updated over the next couple of weeks and months on how these campaigns go, and what sort of customers they bring in, and what sort of money they turn over. If that's all right with my sister. So that's it for today's one, and I'll keep you updated when I make some changes to these ads, or do some, or I change it in any way. So I'll let you know. Thanks, guys.